Oh man, that's funny. I'm sorry. That was probably the best ending that we've ever had on this show.
I gotta file taxes. Okay, Rap Life review is back. Ebro is me. That's Nadeska. You got Low, and you can check me out every day on Apple Music One on the Ebro Show. I'm currently the most beloved person on this program. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all should I say, adoring fans that tune in every single week to Rap Life Review. And I appreciate all of y'all's engagement. Make sure you subscribe where you're watching right now and also add that Rap Life playlist. We will get to Nadeska and the things that she had to say. The fact that the Barbz all of a sudden like Lowkey. Very interesting.
He deserves that.
A turn of events, if you will. The love. But also, let's start with Drake's announcement, the tour dates. Are you guys excited for a Drake tour?
No.
Damn.
I am. I don't think I've ever seen, which is very strange, a full Drake tour concert. Like, I've seen him pop up a lot of places. I've seen him do sets, but I don't know how that has never happened. I missed the last one, and it's been 5 years now. So I would like to go.
No, I'm being stupid. Like, Drake is a great performer. Like, and this was obviously.
He's got tons of hits that you like.
Yeah. Like, this was playing. I mean, this was coming.
And it's with 21 Savage.
Very, very, very good set partner to have. Last tour I went to with Drake was Drake and Amigos at the Garden.
That's dope.
When he had the Flying Ferrari, you know, the big stage. Like, that was a phenomenal show. Just hits after hits after hits. So I see nothing less when he comes to New York. He's doing 4 dates in New York.
2 in the Garden, 2 in Brooklyn. Yeah, we'll be out there. So big up to Drake. Also, Black Coffee, shout out to Black Coffee, South Africa's own, was on a show in South Africa talking about a Lil Baby Drake collab album.
Coach is a big player in the hip hop space. He co-owns Quality Control.
Yeah. You know?
ATL. And he had said to me, Lil Baby and Drake are making an album. It's possible that Drake is in town. I'm like, whatever. We park, we walk in. At the door, I meet Drake.
Sure.
We meet at the door.
I'm not looking forward to this. I don't think it's necessary.
What does that mean, necessary?
What do we get from that? What do we get from those
two guys who are great at rapping, putting a project together?
I think Lil Baby is kind of stalling out a little bit. I think he needs to go back into the lab. My thoughts from Drake, you know, a couple weeks ago, sit down, chill out, cool the tour, get some new experiences. But let's just leave the collabs, leave the new albums that are coming out so fast. Let's just everybody stop.
And we don't know when this is coming out. Like, it's not like if it came out 6 months from now, 8 months from now, after the tour is over, you know what I'm saying? Would you still feel the same way? I get what you're saying. If it came out right now on the heels of 21 and Drake's project.
But it's like, let her loss breathe.
I don't even know if this is confirmed, by the way. Did Drake confirm it?
Black Coffee's a producer on Honestly Nevermind.
Right, but does that mean he might know of some collab records and heard rumblings of, but we don't know.
He said he spoke to Coach K, who confirmed that it's a joint project. I guess he would know on Lil Baby's side. That's why. But yeah, we haven't heard it from Drake. No. So that doesn't mean it's coming anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think people that involved in the process would speak out of turn if it wasn't true or a possibility. So because of the people that are involved in this project are saying
believe
that,
it's real?
I believe it's real. And I also believe that that should have happened maybe like a year or two later. Her loss is still breathing. Her loss is still getting recognition.
And it still may come later on.
Right, and that's fine. Yeah. But I just think it shouldn't even be talked about right now.
You just want to hate.
No, I don't want to hate. I'm being objective. Like, yo,
is that what that's called?
Yes. Is it hate? That's good.
Bro, man, this guy needs an Oscar.
Hate, or is it like, am I speaking like? Okay, cool.
No, I was just wondering, because we don't have a. If somebody says that two guys who are really great and have made great records decide to collaborate together, I'm excited. Because I think they can make great records.
I'm not
the
saying
points you're making are valid. I don't want to invalidate them, but you know, when it comes to you and not Drake personally, but just how you feel about Drake's career, there's things that you have given up expecting, but there's also things that you're kind of like, bro. The frequency at which you're releasing music, I hear all of those. And I would agree if it was coming out soonish. I don't know when it's coming out.
I'm just saying, like,
So-
if it's being talked about, I feel like it could be around the corner or it could be very, very soon.
When I see a Drake Lil Baby project, the first thought to me was like, oh, okay, dope. Drake's going into his collabo bag. That's where he wants to be at right now when he does hip-hop albums. I, like you, have also taken like the whole Drake putting out the solo classic, you know, hip-hop album that's hardcore and, you know, street beats and all. I've kind of, a long time ago, I was like, that ain't who he wants to be. So I moved on and accepted what we're getting. And what we're getting is great. Big up to Death Row. Back on Apple Music.
Yes.
We have the Snoop Dogg Doggy Style album available exclusively in spatial audio. So you can hear that project like never heard before if you got the right, you know, earpieces or sound systems at the crib. You know what I'm saying? But Death Row, out of hip-hop labels, like when you think of the big hip-hop labels throughout time, Death Row is top 5?
Yeah. I'd say top 3.
Top 3?
I'd say top 3.
With who? Who do you have up there?
Label-wise, I'm going with probably Bad Boy. And obviously Rockefeller.
Okay.
Those
what
two.
about you?
I mean, I guess and Cash Money's up there too.
Yes, yeah.
So for me, those are the most iconic labels growing up.
Yeah,
I
Cash
mean,
Money.
Death Row is always the label I was most terrified of as a as a kid, right? It seemed like a lot of other people were maybe just having more fun. That was like a little bit intense, but absolutely top 5 labels of all time. So I mean, for someone like me, it's like cool, like Doggy Style, The Chronic, All Eyes on Me, like that those weren't on streaming is a big miss for fans.
Yeah.
Now
so
they're
I
back.
think that's amazing. My algorithm's going to be looking a lot better. Something's definitely been missing there.
Right.
So that's amazing that they're out now. And hopefully all of them are going to be in spatial audio at some
Yeah,
point.
shout out to Snoop.
Well, and Death Row, I think there's probably a lot of music in there that people be like, I only really like a couple of albums. But the albums that you like are so iconic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Pac albums, Chronic,
Yeah.
Doggy Style,
Yep.
Above the Rim,
All Eyes on Me.
Murder Was the Case.
Yeah. It's a lot of things to revisit over the week, and just to hear it differently and to understand why these guys are who they are. You know, especially Snoop, especially my guy, Pac, and Dre. So it's good to see it.
Yup. On my show, Ebro in the Morning, I had Hitmaka and Jim Jones on. And thought I was doing a good thing until it wasn't.
This is how it always starts with you. You always think you're doing a good thing.
I was like, yo,
It's-
Hit-Boy,
it's all-
Hitmaker, you know,
nah.
like 2 different lanes, you know, making great music, just bigging up producers.
Right.
I never really know.
You open the door for that shit to happen. But continue.
Yeah, but not knowing that shit could happen.
You always know shit could happen. Which is
Not
why
with-
shit
but-
always happen.
No, but not with producers. I don't expect it with producers.
Producer beef.
Okay.
Where's producer beef? Where's
It happens. It happens.
It's happened. It's
Thanks
happened.
to you, it's happening.
here we are now.
Because
So
I was wondering, I think we're gonna watch the clip. I was
Yeah.
just wondering, like, what triggered his you're
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
you're right, but and then shit
What
went off the
ignited,
rails.
yeah.
Like, why the but?
Like,
What did you-
let's watch
Nothing.
Yeah, just tee it up for us.
Tee it up.
Go ahead.
Hey, here's a clip. That's it.
Between Hitmaker and Hit-Boy. Y'all got the whole
See, but I'm
shit
on the radio.
Smash.
Hit-Boy is not on the radio.
Wait.
Shots fired.
Wait,
it's beef?
Nah,
Wait, hold up.
They shoot. Bow. They
Wow,
shooting.
I was just bigging y'all up as new producers. I didn't even know where this was going.
No, I love
Wait,
Hit-Boy.
hold
Gunshot,
up.
gunfire.
Yo, you knew this?
Nah,
Jim, you knew about this?
anything. Hit-Boy is a legend. He's a legendary producer. He's been doing it way longer than
Oh,
me.
this
He's
just
a
got
great
crazy.
guy. But I'm gonna keep it a bean though. If you play the soundtrack to your life for the last 4 or 5 years
Wow,
on
yo,
radio,
man, come on.
I know it's got to be frustrating with him because my name is so similar, my brother. But
Wait,
Worse. It
Hitmaker.
keeps getting worse.
Yeah, man. Nah, shout out to Hit-Boy. We love him.
I'm bigging up Hit-Boy and Hitmaker, thinking, like right now, when it comes to producers, those are, as far as this generation of producers right now that are active constantly, they're 2 of the names that
Yeah,
you think of.
for sure.
Yes?
Metro.
And Metro Boomin.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
There's no discussion.
that's all I thought I was doing. And then it turned into Hitmaker, and you guys all saw that. having drawn a line that he's getting more radio play and Hit-Boy, all due respect, which in the moment, I didn't want to feel like I was taking sides.
Gotcha.
So I didn't want to get into it with Hitmaker about how mainstream charts and mainstream radio rotation over time, when you look back at the history of hip-hop, doesn't really play a role in how we grade.
Right.
It does not.
What impacts the culture and what holds cultural relevance.
Move the needle on how I look at you as a producer.
No.
Like, I look at you of how much range you have.
Okay.
Right? And we've seen it in the last 2 to 3 years. Hit-Boy has a lot.
He just put out a Music Soul Child project.
A lot of range.
4 Nas albums.
He put Music Soul Child back in the Just Listen era.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, and again, like you said, not taking sides, Hitmaker just put out the joint with Jim Jones, and it wasn't that.
There's some things on there that I love.
There's some things on there, but the way Hitmaker is talking, he wasn't that.
He talking like.
You know what I mean? Like, Hit-Boy dropped that joint with music and just went off into the night.
Now, one thing I do love about Hitmaker is clearly he wants to smoke.
That's great.
So I do appreciate someone.
Finally, some honesty from this man.
You know what I'm saying?
But so does Hit-Boy.
And clearly, Hit-Boy has something in the chamber.
Yo, can I say what I like about this?
Using Instagram comments.
Of course you were.
Listen, I saw it too.
I like that Hit-Boy is feeling a little spicy, because my experiences with this man over time is that he's always just the most chill, cool dude in the room. He's super humble. He doesn't even raise his voice. Like, does Hit-Boy yell? I don't even know if he can actually do that.
Never seen him upset.
So hearing him actually respond here, I feel like that's amazing, because he has such a great...
He had that. I think he had that loaded, so...
Nah, I don't think he had it loaded.
You think he just saw the clip, recorded it that night?
A lot of niggas do that shit. When they see somebody tweet something, they see somebody... Niggas go back and forth really
all the
quick.
Time, yeah,
like,
all the
if
time.
you a studio rat...
And it's not like he's not near a microphone or a studio all
right,
the time.
like, so if you're a studio rat and you hear niggas talking greasy, and it's like a point, yo, enough is enough.
But in Hit-Boy's verse on that record,
he mentioned a lot of niggas.
He was getting at a lot of different people, which is why I said...
You thought he had it loaded.
He had it loaded because he was probably already going to tap everybody just a little bit anyway.
Right.
But because Hitmaker said something, it was the layup.
Was that the control verse for the producer?
Yeah, I guess so.
Listen, man. Like,
I guess so.
Competition is supposed to be front and center when it comes to hip hop.
Yeah.
And whether it's singers, whether it's producers, songwriters, rappers, that's what breeds this culture. Like, we want to be better than the next. We can still say, yo, this man is good. This man is dope. He's on the radio. He's got Grammys, blah, blah, blah. But if you're going to tell me I'm not, here's why I'm going to tell you I am. And I think Hit-Boy is doing that, not just with Hitmaker, but with everybody.
Now, the disclaimer here is clearly Low and Hit-Boy are close. So, you know what I'm saying? He making sure he put it on for his guy.
What does that have to do with anything?
It has nothing to do with anything. I never say Hitmaker suck. I never say Hitmaker is an ass. I never say Hitmaker doesn't have any hits.
Just saying, I wanted people to know.
Like, if we're talking about someone taking a jab, this is why you respond. And this is
shit,
that's
Hit-Boy.
it. Like,
it's time. You deserve
supposed
it,
to.
yo. He's been through a lot,
And Hitmaker's
man.
supposed to talk his shit too.
Yeah.
I like that. I like it a lot.
You just caught the short
Speaking
end
of talking shit, we now get to the time here on Rap Life Review
have fun
where
with
we
that.
go to y'all comments.
Yeah,
This
let's
week,
do this shit.
Nadeska and the Barbz.
Do it. First, I want to start by shouting out Lowkey. The Barbz love you this week. Nicki loves you this week. That's amazing.
Yo,
I think
she, what was Nicki's quote when she
said
posted
thank
the
you
clip?
to the man who said the record is fire. Does she not? She knows this man's name, doesn't she?
We worked in the same building. Like, we were co-workers.
You and Nicki.
When she had Queen Radio.
Oh, right.
Bro,
yeah,
like,
you did. You were. I mean, I'm co-workers with Elton John technically, but I don't know if he knows my name. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we don't record. Y'all don't record the same studio.
I mean, we have.
Okay,
But, you know,
that's a nice little.
he don't know me.
But anyway, that's amazing. She also thanked Ebro and shouted out Apple Music, so that's really dope.
Yeah.
And then I think there were like 800 comments of people just shitting on me, which is great.
Yeah, hey.
Shall we? Yeah, I mean,
give us some of the best
Hold
ones.
on. I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna respond to this objectively at first, and then I'm gonna go on to say fuck the Barbz. You ready? Okay, so
I like this.
a lot of people are saying rap is a competitive sport.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
they pointed out that Ebro said that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yes.
Lo just said that. Ebro mentioned male rappers take shots at each other all the time and they're praised. So here's where I'm going to clarify my stance on Nicki, especially for everybody who was tuning in just for that episode because Nicki posted it. I have been on record saying this woman is the greatest female rapper of all time, which makes her one of the greatest rappers of all time, period. She's my favorite female rapper to listen to. Still, I'm allowed to have an opinion here. So my opinion is I consider Nicki, I think my standards are too high. That's what it is.
Okay.
I don't expect to ever see Jay-Z on the internet beefing with Lil Baby. He might drop something in a record. Remember on 444, he said some stuff, people didn't like it. They posted it and
About holding
complained.
money to the ear. We don't call that money
and
over here.
that's where it died. You never saw him get on the internet beefing. So I think for me, the problem is if Nicki wants to address these people only on records, that's amazing because you're going to make the shit sound great because nobody does it like you. But I don't want to hear it in the record and then see you on the internet beefing with all these girls when, like I said, you are the one. I think it's beneath you personally, and my stance on that is not going to change. So you're right. Rap is competitive. Let's hear it in the music. I don't want to see it on the internet. And
so ultimately,
I didn't finish yet.
I just wanted to clarify your first part, which is you're saying that someone at her level responding on the internet is just
because there's not anybody else on her level actively in terms of female rappers. She is one of one in a lane of her own.
Yes.
Okay.
And I, as a fan, I'm not a Barb because that's different. I'm a Nicki fan and I respect her. I expect more than that. But, you know, having high expectations, that's always setting you up, right? So I said that was everything, right?
Yeah.
And now just fuck the Barbs. So, like, all of you here just mad at me saying you're a music critic. Can't you be objective? Yeah, I'm a music critic. I'm allowed to have a critical opinion. What the fuck? But there were some people who are like, usually I rock with Nadeska, but this opinion was wrong. I respect that. Thank you for that. I think that's different to be like, fuck with you usually, but this is, I disagree. That's cool. But everyone who just came to call me a hater, bro.
Yo, when Nadeska starts talking fast and cursing,
so annoying, like,
bro,
sorry.
it's a bunch of facts coming out.
Now, are you really annoyed, or did you expect this?
I mean, not expected it. I'm just annoyed because you know what today is? Today is the tax filing deadline for S corps. I have so much shit to do. Like, it's very annoying to have to like wake up and come to work and like deal with this shit. Come on, bro. Come on.
That's so random. So yeah. Shout to Nicki and the Barbz, you know what I'm saying? It's always great to be on the right side of history.
Yo, you're so annoying.
You know what I mean? And for Nadeska and Low, I'm Ebro, and this has been the Rap Life Review. Yeah, that's crazy.
Hope you enjoyed that episode of the Rap Life Review. I'm Nadeska, and you can catch me here every single week with Lowkey and Ebro. Make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing. Give us a like and drop a comment so we can hit you back next week.